way up to the Yorkshire Dales. We're just stopping for a drink and a leg stretch. And the scenery around here is brilliant. It's better than going all the way up on motorway. We've come off onto smaller roads for the last bit. Well worth the effort. See for miles across there. It's tucked away in the middle of nowhere. That is impressive, and that they look like they're building bigger ones, don't they? Amazing, awesome round here. Bit overcast, but dry. Same as the odd spot in the air. I hope it doesn't get on the camera, which it probably will. But just look at the sides and the views. This is why we decided to come this way, isn't it? On the way to our Premier Inn. Because what a nice way to get there. It almost looks like somebody picked a rock up and put it on the top, doesn't it? But the weight of it, I bet they didn't. How impressive is this? But this gives everybody an introduction to what the tour will be like. That was excellent back there, wasn't it? That you make for a few hours and then you're rewarded with this. Everywhere we go we see birds of prey. Mr. Hayes is having a leg stretch. And my goodness me, what a lovely little place. Look like a market town. Roundabout to the right, sir, sorry. I'm sightseeing. This... No, you don't, innit? A Panama hat, that sounds super. Yeah, it's like Harrogate, very posh. Yeah, my bush hat wouldn't really fit in here, I don't think. I've slowed up to do a bit of filming, as you do. That's nice. We stopped that night at the Premier Inn at Skipton, the Gargrave Hotel. We had a great night and meal, set off early the next morning to go out round the Dales. Today we started early. The sun hopefully will come out a bit later, and we'll show you what we see as we come across it. And this is where we're going. We're going through the Dales. Yeah, and it's only 9:15. Robert's weaving the magic again on the weather. Not bad views to start off our journey. I'm looking forward to the cattle grids. Kilmsey Crag. That does look like they could do a lot of rock climbing along there, you're not wrong. Trout. Don't get him started on trout. Look how high that is for the climbers. That's impressive. I saw J.R. Hartley again. Look at the front of that, like a face on the front, doesn't it? Looks like the sort of scenery you get before you get to the after the cattle grid, isn't it? Dry stone walls. It does something for Chris, them stone walls. He likes his dry stone. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Just look at the old valley in front, Robert. Looks like a big crease in the hill. Yeah, there are mountains that big, aren't they? Look at that double wall going up through the middle. We're just approaching Kettlewell now. Well, these are good views to start the day off for sure. It's absolutely beautiful. In amongst all this stone. We are really in amongst stone. We're just... So many walls to divide each field up all round here. Most attractive. Lovely little villages at the moment, all stone. Makes you wonder what gear to be in. They tell a story or two, they look old, don't they? Yeah, it'll keep you on your toes round here with all these lefts, rights, ups and downs. I don't think you'd wear the centre of your tyre out round here, would you? Yeah, I think it... Just look at that view in front, how lovely that is. Halfway through the day I will expect a word of the day. Give you some time to think about it. To have a look at the view. What a lovely view. This is not like Kent. Thank goodness. The view. And how steep it is going down, which the camera probably won't do justice to, but we are going down a very steep hill into a valley. Well, I'm going down through the gearbox to slow myself up. I bet you are too, aren't you? It just spoils you, the scenery, doesn't it? Truth, it's up and down, isn't it? Oh, that's dry, isn't it? Just look at all these walls along here. Don't want Chris to miss them. Also, we can see it in the distance. Looks superb on the side of the hill. Got fond memories of the last time we came here. We parked our bikes alongside it. One of the best pictures I think I've got. I should really get it printed and put it on the wall. It deserves it. Robert's going to do the same. He feels the same. It's an iconic setting. It looks fantastic up on that hill, doesn't it? All you need is about 3 gears round here, isn't it? Good old Castle Bolton. A pleasure to be back here. Come to see the castle. First class. First stop of the day. Picture shoot. Look at the scenery. Not bad at all. You can't help but enjoy the scenery here. Look at the wall of cliffs on the top of the hill. Wow. There's grouse. They are absolutely everywhere. And here's our first cattle grid of the day. And now we're in the wilds. This is what we like. Very open up here with no trees. Just look at the views down into there. I wish this camera could do it justice, because what we can see for miles is fantastic. You're obviously at the top, Chris, I can hear you. Yeah, it's a fantastic view, isn't it? It's Redmire Moor, this is. Between Reef and Leyburn, I've been reliably informed. This is just beautiful. Well, there's not many supermarkets up here. There isn't, is there? It's about all that would survive up here would be heather, isn't it? It's probably a paradise for a walker, isn't it? You'd have a lovely view while you was doing it, wouldn't you? Trouble is, out here, if you were on a bicycle, if you didn't have a sat nav, you'd have to take a compass with you, wouldn't you? Windy a bit, just a bit. It's lovely to see all these sheep. Yes, I've got the camera on, mate. Stay there, Mr. Sheep. Yeah, he did. He looked troubled, didn't he? Range round here, they haven't got the flags flying today, but over there are the targets that they use. We're just going round the military bit, as you do. How the countryside changes every few miles, doesn't it? From barren areas to arable farmland, isn't it? The weather has taken all the soil off of it, hasn't it? This looks a real little tourist trap round here, doesn't it? The village of Rees. Look at that! Look at that lovely little cottage sticking up over there. Wouldn't that be a lovely place to live with those views? It's remote, isn't it? Just look at that hill climbing steeply up. The camera won't do justice, but it's like nearly vertical, isn't it? Do you know, people at the back of this seeing us all snake up through the hill, it must be quite an interesting spectacle. I've just moved to the back and I thought I'd have a look at the view of the bikes, which Sean always sees. Look at them all snaking round the hills. Bikes as far as you can see. Back over a cattle grid. And bikes into the distance. Communities that used to live out here were all from the lead mining in this area. And Chris has said all this bloody traffic is a nightmare. But you're bound to meet one every now and then. The changeable countryside now has gone to just open nothingness. No stone walls, just nothing. We're scything our way through it very efficiently and well. The nothingness for miles here. It just goes on and on and on. Cars just pulled over to let us go by, very decent of him. What a string of bikes. Windy up here as it cuts across the high hills. So up and down. challenging at times. You've got to be in the right gear with your wits about you. This is Thankyou Inn, UK's highest pub. And this will be a stop for a drink, leg stretch and a loo. Welcome to Cumbria. So this is Cumbria. And we're in the middle of nowhere. Just look at the emptiness again. But right through that gap is the Lake District. That's what you can see in front of us. There's the Lake District. Might be a better view when we get higher up the hill. But that's what you can see in those dark hills in the distance. And this is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There's St. Michel's got a camera trained on it over there as we speak, don't you? Yeah, I'd like to thank her personally from all of us for the pictures that she always supplies. They're always top notch. That cold back there just went straight through the leathers. We're so high up here. That is absolutely chill up here being so high. Absolutely freezing. That has got a nasty edge, that cold up here, isn't it? Well, the sun's trying to break through. We need it. It's cold enough up here. That is a view and a half. Look how many fields there are. Yeah, big old black horse. Look at it, big old black horse. I wonder if he's anything to do with the Lloyd's advert. Just as well we're not stopping here, was Chris to do a panoramic. Down so we all have the chance to appreciate the beauty of the view. And that is, you can see into the distance miles and miles. Sun's started to come out, it's greeting us, which is lovely, and we're getting nearer to the Lake District now. You can see the mountains in the distance. This is gorgeous. Now down here must be more sheltered than up the top because there's actually trees existing and surviving. Well, we've just had a lovely drink in the cafe and we're off now for an afternoon's poodle around. And we're back in the wilds. And what do we like? Wild scenery. Scenery. Happy days.
You don't want to go fast over this bit. This is
No.
a slow ride for it.
Enjoy, enjoy. Oh, this is superb again. Come on, we've got to have a word for today, you know.
I think today has got to be...
Give it a bit of thought. I want something
yeah, okay.
spot on. Give it a bit of thought. Because as today builds, it gets better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right.
This is just mind-blowing.
That just blows your breath away. That makes me want to cry. It's so fucking good.
Look at the escarpments. I don't think this camera will do it justice, which is an awful shame.
A little bit better along here. Look, I'm going to stop and let Michelle take some pictures. Look at that.
The beauty is we'll have Michelle's pictures later on to show you in detail what this area is like. I'll put them in at the end for people to enjoy. And look at the road even snaking in front of us, what we've got to endure. Eh? Do you know, it's getting colder again. Can you feel it? Now we've gone up, it's the chills returning, isn't it?
You're climbing steep here, mate.
Yeah, that's suddenly getting cold.
I'm just going to jump on the bus. We've probably done 1,000 foot.
Struth. That's getting cold. And lovely. We said we're going up this hill and AMR's going up this hill. Well, this is the hill we're going up. I'm 3 bikes behind you, Robert. I might let Lenka go a bit further in front just so I've got a bit more towards the back. That is a view and a half. It's just a shame we haven't got necks like owls to be able to make the most of this, isn't it? Mind the rubble on the left. Oh, look at that lunar surface almost, isn't it? Can you see the sticks where all the snow must come across here in the winter? This is just fantastic. Look at the surface of it. See the road? Can you make it out right in going round that hill? Look. Yeah. Good grief, we've gone for miles along here. It's outstandingly brilliant. All the grass, long grass, isn't it, here? That's barren, isn't it? Whoa. Watch out, skitty sheep there. Skitty sheep. Yeah. Just look at the contours all over that. How far it is down to the bottom. And then the rocks high up there, all exposed by the weather. We are high up here. You can feel the cold air, can't you? It is well cold again. You warm up when you go down and get cold when you go up, and it's apparent, it's immediate, isn't it? Look at the water down the bottom there. That'd be fantastic views for photography.
This is nice because we go down by the river, don't we? Oh, it's might be able to get this one.
Give it a go, young man. Let's just have a look.
This might be the one, actually. Yeah, this is the big one. Yeah, this is the one. Let's line them up.
Nice, look at that old derelict building on the way there, down the bottom. Dry as dry, you know, we've had a very dry summer. It's the same, we saw the same in Wales, didn't we? It's running, but not running fast. It's a lovely little scenic ride along here, isn't it? Just a few rocks line all the route, don't they? Yeah, yeah. The sun is so low and they're so high, the mountains round here, it's more or less making dusk early, isn't it? Chickens all over the place.
There's a mine at the top of the hill, see the lead mine?
Interesting scenery, times 10, isn't it? Buttertubs Pass, and it's the Top Gear road as well, been made famous by Clarkson and crew. It's well worth going along it if you ever get the chance. The views are amazing from the side, where there's often a very steep drop and you look across to see all the different valleys. As you can see, it's very popular with motorbikes, and why wouldn't it be? You can see it winding up to the top of the hills. We're climbing very steeply now. First gear.
It's all clear, it's taking wide. It's all clear. Can you hear me, Chris? Yeah, I can hear you. It's all still clear, mate, it's taking wide.
We're getting up high now. Yes, it is. Look at the sheep down the bottom, they look like little dots. They do, don't they? This is the bit that stuck in my mind last time we came here as being the best bit, and Clarkson says this is the best road in this country, doesn't he? And I don't think he's wrong. That's where the farmers put down all their stuff to keep it cool. So that was their fridge. Yeah. And it probably is cool down there. Another massive valley to look down on. We've been spoilt today. The route that Robert's planned is magical, and I think that everybody appreciates the work he put into it. Robert's just said it's a tapestry of fields. I just wish that the camera could do justice to this. It's so far away it probably doesn't look anything, but it's enormous. We like our touring, you know. This is very pretty along here. So much stone up here. It's made of stone, this place, isn't it? Totally made of stone. Everywhere you look. We have done the biggest loop, and that's down there, and that's where we started today. We have done a massive loop. That's loop 1. We're now going on to the tea rooms, and then from the tea rooms we'll be going back to the Premier Inn, as we've nearly done our day. We've had some fantastic scenery, and I'm sure we'll have another good day tomorrow. You can have a panorama here.
Do you want to get a panorama, Chris? No. Right at the end here, Chris.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love all this, just carving our way through all these little lanes to the tea house. You've got the old farm vehicle in front of us. He earns his living around here, so we can't complain if he holds us up. In fact, we've got all the time in the world, so we might just want to enjoy it. Everywhere you look is a beautiful view. And everywhere you look, there's dry stone walls. We've been held up by a silver car, and Robert wants to pull him out the car and beat him to death, which probably would work for me. But saying that, I'm quite enjoying just poodling along and enjoying the scenery. I think his blood pressure might be up a bit though. Yeah, he says he's effing calm, so I don't believe him. I'll tell you what, they didn't build it flat, these hills, did they? Who? Gosh, the roof! They did not build these level. Fantastic. I keep saying that and I shouldn't, but I'm really enjoying it all the way round today. Robert's just saying it's so beautiful, and it really is. Because we've so enjoyed riding through here, we decided to call this the ultimate riding experience, because you have to work so hard all the way round, it tests you, and as a rider you actually enjoy it, the challenge. Do they look like trouble? Yeah, they do. Don't think it likes to look at you, Robert. Shit, and it's walking across in front of me. What? It's blocked the bloody road.
Oh, you just have to wait. You ain't going to argue with it.
I'm definitely not arguing with it. I'd appreciate it if you got out the way, please.
That's nice to have on the video, isn't it?
I'll tell you what an amazing animal though.
Oh, beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely amazing. That actually was a mint moment. We're up the top and it's a bit damp up here. We feel like we're in the clouds. There's just a few spots. Whoa, we're high up here. Look at the size of that old boy. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we're right in the sunshine. The other side of the bell is lovely.
It's all cattle up here, not sheep, isn't it?
Yeah.
They mu- Robert's just said there's a fantastic view over the top. Look at that for a view. Just look at that.
I told her to slow right down and she took no notice. I was waving my arm at her and she took no notice.
This is sensational, isn't it?
Yeah, there's that for a view.
Sensational.
Yeah, that's just what you put up with the bumpy bits, isn't it?
And how many hours are we from Kent? 3, 4, 5, 6, what does it matter? Get up here, enjoy it.
It's quite a valley there.
Whoa. Whoa. Are you up the top to see it? I just can't turn the camera off. Every time we come round a corner we're faced with another view and it just seems wrong not to see it. Just look at what we're having to put up with. There, feeding the sheep. Wonder if her name's Bo Peep. Look at the valley in front of us. Look at how steep this is. This is like silly steep. And I mean, look at this. Now I don't have fond memories of this bit. It's like ridiculously steep and I don't think the camera will do justice to this at all. But my goodness me. We are going what feels like over your own knees. Look at the view down there. Now this needs a bit of concentration, I can assure you. This is why we call it the ultimate riding experience, because it's not for a faint-hearted. And this drop here is seriously like a drop. I'm in first with the brakes on, hard. That is something beyond brilliant, wasn't it? That just makes it all so memorable, doesn't it? Yeah. There must be a better way to spend your time. Perhaps out on your motorbike. Ready for our loop tomorrow, so we're ahead of the game. We've had a fantastic ride round and I think the fuel has cost us something like sub £14. What a cheap day out, what a marvellous day out. You can't miss it. Back to the Premier Inn, are a delight to do. We're still cutting through the countryside, same as.